Hi everyone. So hopefully I will see comments soon. Hope everyone's doing okay. Sorry, I look a little bit dark. Apologies for that. Hope everyone's doing okay. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a little moment for. I can't see any comments yet. So today I'm going to be doing mini readings for whoever I'm drawn to in the comments, and I'll be using some oracle cards, which are the Everyday Witch Oracle, and also maybe I'll use the Angel Tarot as well. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Oh, great! I can see. Oh my eyes aren't working. I should get a magnifying glass. Kelly Bella. I can't read it. Oh dear. Kelly. Yeah, Keller. Is it Keller? Keller Bella, is it? Is that the first person I can see? Autumn. Oh my word. See if I rotate it. I know I won't look right, but at least I'll be able to see. Oh, is that going to work? Maybe that's better. I know I'll be looking to the side though, which I don't like, but at least I'll be able to read the comments. Oops. See if I can get this in. Excuse me while I try and get it in full screen. I'll try. I don't think it's going to let me. Anyway, I'm just going to rotate it basically for the comments, and then I'll pop it back because I don't like looking to the side. Yeah. Let me pop this on. I've got to try and adjust what I'm putting my phone on now. It's okay while we're getting settled. Let me see what I can put under here. But I'm in full screen then, aren't I? So it might be better. Okay. Sorry, I'm just standing up to prop something up behind my phone. There we are. Okay, I'll do that, but I know I'm looking to. Yeah, if I look there, then I'm looking at you, aren't I? Okay, so Terry, I can see Terry. I can see Amanda. Hello. I can see Cornelia. Oh, Corey. Hi, Corey. I can see. Who else can I see? Kells Bella. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, Wendy Hudson Fisher. I can see you. Okay, yeah, it works a bit better doing it landscape, doesn't it? Even though I'm not looking directly that way. It's weird, isn't it? I'll have to look over there. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, but it helps if I can see, you know. Okay. Isn't it nice? The colours, I'm just noticing, Veronica, the colours on the border of the screen match my tent colours, don't they? My tent colours are the same with the flowers and yeah, just the same colours. I just think that's amazing. I thought this was part of my tent for a minute. That's magical, isn't it? Okay, then. So for a moment, if we just take a few breaths together. Okay, so if we can just focus our energy inside ourselves, close our eyes, take a few breaths, breathe in and breathe out, and as you blow out, blow gently. And as you blow out, release all of the tensions and stresses of your day. And on the next moment, just hold your hands onto your belly. Take a breath in. take a breath out. And on the next breath, just hold your hands up onto your heart. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Feel your feet connected to the Mother Earth and your head to Father Sky. And may all the messages that come through today be for the benefit of everyone. Blessed be. Okay, so I hope that helped people a little bit, feel centered and feel grounded. Okay, so if I can see all the comments coming up now, then I'll see who I'm drawn to. Wonderful. So I need to rub my eyes. They're not very clear today. Oh dear. Right. Megan Jones. I'll come to you, Megan. Megan Jones. Wonderful. Okay. Megan, as I connect with you, I'm seeing honeycombs. I'm seeing honeycombs. It's really interesting. I don't know whether you have anything. You do work with bees, or you have anything to do with bees, but I'm seeing honeycombs. But to me, the overall feeling I was getting from the honeycombs was this feeling of connection, okay, and your own connection with all that is, or the spirit world as well. And they're telling me about you spend too much time compartmentalizing things and putting things into boxes rather than seeing everything as an interconnected whole. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense for you. So they want you to start bringing everything together and seeing that one thing leads to another. So rather than putting everything in separate compartments, everything has meaning. Okay, so the message for you is about everything having meaning. And there's a lot more going around you on a spiritual level that you're not noticing because you're not connecting fully with the vibrations around you. Okay, so it's like spirit are actually coming close, and everyone in spirit is actually coming close to you a lot of the time. I'm being given midday as being a very and there is a lady connecting with me, and she's giving me midday as being like a prime time for connecting with you. But for some reason, it's all about interconnectedness, and it's important that you connect the dots. She's saying, okay, you need to connect the dots together. So it's not just about the expanse of everything, it's also about putting two and two together. She's saying you need to put two and two together. So I don't know whether you've been like struggling with working something out, like confused or something like that, and misguided, and she's sort of wanting to give you that assurance that is simpler than you think. Everything is simpler than you think, and that you sometimes just overcomplicate things, Megan. Okay, it does feel like Nan. It does feel like Nan energy. Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to connect with her a bit more. She feels like somebody who was quite matter of fact, actually. So if your Nan was quite matter of fact, straightforward, or she says she learnt to be more straightforward as she grew older. Okay, and she wants to bring that for you as well, and like her wisdoms from her life experiences, whereas she would have been similar to you earlier in her life, but as she got older, she decided to simplify and to see things as they are, and see things as black and white. And sometimes things are staring you straight in the face, but you just can't see it because you don't want to. It's like it's too painful, or it's too, so you'd rather look the other way. And if that makes sense to you, Megan. Oh yeah, Well, you're not without her. That's what she wants you to know. And that's why she gave me the honeycombs to start with, really, is because of that connection, that connection is still there. But don't be bogged down by technicality. For some reason, she doesn't want you to be bogged down by technicality. So it's kind of like connecting with everything, allowing that connection to come through to you. But it's also about not about having faith as well. Okay. But in your personal life, there's something that you're not seeing so clearly, and that you're struggling to see the wood for the trees, if that makes sense. And she wants to help with that. I'm just telling my daughter that I'm doing readings. It's fine, Ma, you can go there. It's fine. Sorry. Okay. I'll just pull you a card, Megan. Yeah, it's like, it's straight. She's just being quite firm, you know, like, and just saying it's easy. It's more straightforward than you think. Don't overcomplicate things. Put 2 and 2 together. It's like you're putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5, if that makes sense. So maybe you're seeing things that aren't there, if that makes sense. Okay. What do you want, sweetheart? Oh, I don't know where it is. Sorry, I'm just looking for something for my daughter. Okay, I'm going to pull you a card now. Yes, isn't it on the table, Mai? Oh, it's disappeared. Sorry. Okay. I hope this is making sense, Meg. And I'm calling you Meg. I don't know whether she used to call you Meg, but for some reason I decided to start calling you Meg. Okay. And oh, this is amazing, because this card totally works so well with this, because it's listening to wisdom. And that's for you, Meg. Listening to wisdom. So there's an element of needing to protect yourself as well with this card. So it's about, there's part of you that just doesn't want to, you're worried about being too exposed or being too vulnerable. Okay. But it's kind of clouding your perspective, if that makes sense. So it is about calling on protection, that spiritual protection as well, from her as well. Oh yeah. So she's calling you Meg now. Making me call you Meg. Because this is all about protection. So wearing colors, bright colors. It's why Romany gypsies in the old days used to wear bright colors. Spots was to deflect negative energy. So there is a need for you to protect yourself as well, not in a harsh way, just so that you can open yourself up and allow spirit to come close to you as well. But yeah, she did give midday as being, I don't know whether you used to have lunch together quite a lot. Yeah, because she's giving midday as being like a key time of day for you and for your connection with her as well. But yeah, so it's listening to wisdom, and this is like her wisdom, which is what I said earlier, her wisdoms that she gained as she grew older, and how she wishes to pass those over to you now as well. I'm trying to see, she's giving some flowers to you. I'm trying to see what flowers they are. I'm not really seeing her very clearly, I have to admit. I'm not really seeing her. She's more giving me energy, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm not really able to give a full description of her. Just sense this energy, a very gentle energy, at the same time as like she wouldn't, you wouldn't want to mess with her in her later life, if that makes sense. Oh, okay, yeah. Did you used to go for lunch as well? Go to a cafe or something? Yeah. So it's now time to listen to it. So just have that faith and let go a little bit. Allow yourself that freedom, especially at midday, she's saying. Yeah. She's given some flowers, and they're like wildflowers. I believe she liked wildflowers. She doesn't want to give you anything, like she says, she wouldn't. She used to like flowers that were growing. She didn't like to cut flowers, she's saying. And she would, she's giving you some wildflowers, but it's more about, like, they're like dog daisies, that kind of flower, the big white daisies. And it's more about being connected with nature, get out there more, Oh, oh yeah. Oh, well, that's wonderful that she's come through for you. She wants you to get out in nature more. And yeah, she didn't come through with anything to do with birthday, but I guess the fact she's come through at all is significant of that. Yeah. So the daisies, she talks about daisy chains as well, as a sort of like, putting like a crown on your head with a daisy chain. But she's showing the big dog daisies and making a daisy chain with the big flowers and putting it on your head. Yeah. All right then, Meg, I'd better go now and move on to someone else. Thank you so much for coming to my live. No problem at all. Okay then. So if everyone else would like to comment now, I'll see who I'm coming to next. Okay. So just looking at the names. Just waiting for them all to pop up. Kelly O'Neill, I'm going to come to you. Kelly O'Neill. Okay. I don't know why, Kelly, but as I connect with you, I'm seeing lots of soap and I'm seeing lots of scrubbing. But I'm seeing you rubbing your hands being a bit raw with washing. Would that be right, Kelly? Like, I don't know, it's like over washing. Or the soap being too harsh on your hands or something like that. But I'm just seeing this over scrubbing of the hands. It could be symbolic. So I'm just making sure whether you actually have hand issues or whether there's something to do with your hands or washing going on right now. So I'm just seeing like a soap and like really rubbing your hands. That's fine. It must be a symbolic thing. It's because it's showing me like a pink soap from the past, like Camay or something like that. So I don't like know whether you have like a sensitivity to sort of chemical products and that sort of thing. But they're sort of giving me that for you for some reason. They want to give you, because it's reminding me of when I was young and I used to use that Camay soap and it used to make my skin sting. Okay, so for some reason Spirit are wanting to make you aware of what you're putting on your skin. Okay, Kelly, and a sensitivity that you might not be aware of. So I think sometimes if you get something occur, or maybe you're already aware of this and you use natural products, I don't know. But for some reason, Spirit are wanting to give that to you right now. But also it's this energy of sort of trying too hard, I like working too hard, running yourself ragged as well, Kelly. There's this feeling of running yourself ragged, overcompensating or over trying to make up for things that others could be doing. Would that make sense, Kelly? Like you're having to take up the slack all the time for others that are like not being as responsible as they can be. And it's like running yourself ragged, so I'm sort of seeing you scrubbing your hands, and it's just symbolic of kind of like overwork, if that makes sense. But also, the fact they showed me the cami brought up the other elements as well. So just be conscious about what you're putting on your skin. That if anything, I don't know whether it's happened yet, but it's like if anything occurs with your skin in the next likely products, okay, they just want to give that. Okay. But yeah, they just want you to put the soap down. Okay, so well, it's a symbolic thing. They want you to just give yourself a break. Give yourself a break and just let things fall apart a little bit around you. Don't try and control everything, because the only way people will learn is if you let go a little bit. And but I know it's hard, isn't it? There's this element of control there that you want to keep everything right, so you try work over hard to control everything so that it doesn't go wrong. But in the meantime, other people don't actually learn themselves. But it's a typical mother thing, really, isn't it? When we do everything for our children, and then I'm not saying this is necessarily for your children, but it's like when other people are slacking, so we take up the slack because we don't want things to fall apart. But at the same time, sometimes we need things to fall apart for them to learn for themselves. Okay. Yeah, I just got a slight OCD sort of energy, with the washing, with the overwashing. So I don't know whether you have slight OCD or tendencies with OCD. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay. I am seeing you being liberated. It's like there's been chains around you and you've felt tied down by the situation that you're in, Kelly. And I am seeing you being liberated from these, like it's like almost like you've done it to yourself. You sort of like, put yourself in a situation where you feel a bit trapped and you're longing for freedom. You're longing for, um, to escape, if that makes sense. But what I'm getting, the card I've just pulled for you is amazing. It's affirmation for positive change. Okay, so you can see there she's taken off her dress. She's taken off the dress that everyone else wants her to wear. So it's like the old you. The old you is being stripped off, and you're going to start on a new adventure that's more focused on you and no one else. Okay, so that all those adventures that you really aspire to have are coming for soon for you, but you have to take those first steps. You have to make those changes. Okay. Affirmation for positive change. And I do feel it'll be liberating and freeing for you as well, just to sort of let go of the control, because it always comes from a place of insecurity. The OCD tendencies come from a place of insecurity and not feeling safe. So it's kind of like we compensate then, by trying to control our environment and ourselves. So spirit are really wanting you to liberate yourself from that, from the old you, and it doesn't matter anymore. They want you to find that freedom, and then all of those feelings will go away. Okay. Yeah, so there's so much on the horizons for you. You see the little mermaid waving there on the way. So there's a lot of magical potential for you as well. Oh, it's lovely because the boat is actually being, I don't know whether you can see, the boat is actually got stars here guiding it, pushing it forward. So it is about, you do need to sort of have a bit of faith. And it's like you will need a little bit of a push start, but your spirit are behind you. I'm getting quite a lot of people in spirit behind you, a lot of family members passed over, and they're all working together for you. Okay, so it's not just one individual. I'm seeing a group of people. And I feel, I get this energy of like you feeling like you've been left behind or that sort of thing, and a lot of the people that in spirit are in spirit now that you could rely on, and and then the people you're left with you can't rely on, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that there's a need for you to liberate yourself from that and trust that they're still with you as well. And but I'm just seeing a crowd. I'm not seeing individuals, and they're kind of talking in unison. Yeah. So good luck with everything, Kelly. Thank you so much for coming to my live. Okay, so I'll see who I'm going to next. Okay. Sorry, I'm just watching and seeing which one stands out, what name stands out to me next. Wendy Hudson Fisher. Wendy Hudson Fisher, I'm coming to you. I'm just going to close the door on the tent because it's a bit cold now. That's better. I was expecting it to get boiling hot and it's getting cold. Right, Wendy Hudson, wonderful. Wendy Hudson Fisher. It's funny how I just called you Wendy Hudson. I know it's silly, but they are giving me Rock Hudson for some reason. Are you in America? No, this is too early for America, isn't it? Did you have American links, Wendy? As I am getting sort of like cowboy stuff. They give me Rock Hudson as like a bit of a joke, but you know, I'm getting sort of cowboy energy. Ah, wonderful. And the Hudson River. Is that the Hudson River? I don't even know. Giving me the Hudson River. Okay. If you don't know the Hudson River, it's fine. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, and I'm seeing. I feel like I'm seeing sort of canoes. You know, like the Native American canoes. Going down the river, you know, those like the way they used to curl. They had those lovely open canoes, and I can't remember what they're called. And I'm sort of connecting with those type of canoes as well. And they're showing you floating, you know, on one of these canoes. Okay. I do have a gentleman. I do have a gentleman connecting in straight away with you, Wendy. He didn't really give me a minute to actually, you know, he came right in. He's kind of seeming quite like a gentleman that was maybe in the military or something. Oh, you love to kayak. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing it like the old canoes that the Native Americans had back in the day. Well, they still have them actually. But yeah, wonderful. Yeah, there's a gentleman connecting with me. He feels like he was in the military as well, or in Navy or water, something to do with the water, connecting with the water. But if he wasn't in the military, in the Navy, or I don't know what they call it in America, is it the Marines? He was just very orderly. Okay, this gentleman was very orderly, and he's standing there and he's wanting to sort of do kind of like a sort of gesture of like order, you know, like when they used to, I don't know how to explain it, but when they call to, you know, into line. So he's showing that gesture. Does this man, do you recognise this man at all? From what I describe, I haven't described what he looks like, but because he's not really showing me that, he's showing me more what he used to look like when he was younger. And yeah, and he's just wanting to demonstrate. He's not saying much. He just wants to demonstrate that action, and there's a reason for it. I just want to know if the water and the Marines or whatever it's called means anything first. Sorry, my daughter. Oh, I'm gonna ring now. That's terrible. Sorry, I didn't put my do not disturb on. Sorry about that. Yeah, it feels more like dad, to be fair. Feels more like dad. Yeah. Okay. I hope you can still hear me. And can you let me know you can still hear me? As my daughter was trying to ring and it messed up I don't want it to have messed up the connection or anything. Let me know, Wendy. This guy, okay, great. This guy, I'm calling him a guy. That's funny. So I don't. He likes order. He wants order for you. Okay. He wants order for you. He wants things to get straight. He's wearing white trousers as I'm looking at him, and he's doing this gesture, and he wants things to get straight and orderly. So I don't know whether there's been a bit of chaos around you, Wendy, but and he wants you to get on the straight and narrow. He's saying he wants you to get on the straight and narrow. Would that make sense, Wendy? Yeah, yeah. He's kind of like a bit like, oh, she's always been so chaotic. I just want her to be a bit, you know, um, get in order a little bit, organize things. He's like talking about getting a planner, you know, and writing things down and organizing things a bit more so that everything doesn't come on top of you at once. That's what he is communicating to me. But he's saying that he's lightening up a little bit now, because to start with he was very kind of regimented, but now he's lightening up a little bit as well. I feel there was more beneath the surface with this gentleman that met the eye, you know, and you knew that and you saw that as well. But he often had to be a certain way. For he just said it's just the way it was for us men. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and he wants order. He wants order, but he wants you to know that he's there for you, and he stands behind you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Okay, and it's interesting. He's sort of wearing a white glove as he's doing this, and it's this. But he wants to bring you peace as well, because as I look at him, he's giving you a dove. Okay, he's wearing the white gloves. It's like, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know whether he had also enjoyed like magic tricks and stuff, because he's now showing me doing magic tricks, and like when they used to bring the dove out of the hat or whatever it was, he's showing me that. But I think it could be just that he's releasing a dove for you. He's showing me an egg. He's showing me an egg. And how, I don't know, it's like a magic trick with an egg. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it is very much to do with this, you know, like the you know, the trick. What do they call it when they do magic? You know, and it's like what you see is not what you see. You know, they sort of, I forgot what it's called. Apologies. Yeah, yeah. It's like he's doing a trick, you know, like, but it's all fun, you know, because he started with this regimented thing, and then all of a sudden he's doing like magic. Old-fashioned magic. And he's giving you this beautiful dove of peace, and he says you need peace, and he also says you need some healing as well, because he's putting his hands on your shoulders, and he's saying that you need some healing as well, and you need to, you know, you need to sort of give pause for a little while and try not to you know, just to let things go, you know, let things go. Just prioritize. He wants you to prioritize and get things straight. Okay. Oh, wonderful. So the card you have is Earth Magic. Earth Magic. Oh, so it's coming back to your center, you know, being grounded. And you know, this is an oracle card, so, and it is about all the elements coming together. So I do feel that the reason you're scattered is that you're focusing only on one part of yourself. So when we work this way, you know, to bring balance to ourselves, we focus on the four elements of air, earth, fire, and water. And I feel that you're quite air at the moment. You know, you're quite air. You're quite in the mind. So there is a need for you to connect with the earth, and to bring more earth energy into you, more structure, and more grounding as well. And I feel that will help you a lot. So it's earth magic. So it's connecting with the element of earth. And so I think gardening and things like that as well, and will really help. And he's happy with this card, and he thinks it's like, he says he didn't always give he feels he didn't always give the best advice, that sometimes he was scattered as well, and sometimes he would joke around a little bit too much. Do you know what I mean? And he feels a little bit bad about that as well. He says he had a sort of, he didn't always come from the best place within himself as well, and he has an empathy with you, for those moments of feeling scattered. So there's reasons for it. Even though he showed himself as being quite orderly, that was only really when he was under orders, if that makes sense. When he was being told, he was fine, but when he was left to his own devices, he would become less focused, if that makes sense. So this is about finding structure for yourself, something that you can grow from is what he wants, something for you to grow from. Okay, so you need to put down some roots. So I don't know whether you have an issue with where you live or something like that, but he wants you to put down some roots and some stability. But he is helping with that as well. But it's like he's giving me like a healing sanctuary sort of environment for you, that you need a healing space for you to go for your own healing. Okay, but it would be very much connected with the earth as well. So let me see if there's anything else on this card. Yeah, the simple things in life is, the simple things in life. Focus on the simple things and the most, like the prioritizing as well. I hope this is making sense to you. I do feel there's energy of different two extremes. Do you know what I mean? Within him, and like one side was very orderly, the other side was like the Joker. Never took anything seriously, and he could flip from one to the other, if that makes sense. Yeah, and he wants you to find that the center. The balance. Yeah, the balance. Okay, I'll see if there's anything else with him. But the egg he wanted. I'll say it. He's annoyed I didn't go into the egg a little bit more that he showed. So the egg is not annoyed, but he's just said, what about the egg? The egg is obviously the beginnings. So he wants to show that there is new beginnings for you. And funnily enough, he also says you're a hard egg to crack as well. So I think there's a feeling there of maybe you don't always express your feelings enough, and he was guilty of that as well, and he used to mask it with joviality and stuff like that. So that's why there is this healing needed for you to be able to release. And I feel that's at the beginning of the reading. That's why I was given the water and the river and the Hudson River for some reason as well. So I don't know how big the Hudson River is and what it's like. It's probably huge. So I was just telling my son that I'm doing readings. I'll get him to come back in a minute. I'm trying to see what he's trying to give me for you. He's giving me a necklace for you, and it's got an emerald on it. Yeah, an emerald necklace. And I know that emeralds are very much, I don't know whether that is actually from your life or a memory or something to do with him, but he's giving an emerald necklace for you right now. And it's emeralds is all for grounding because it's green, the color green. So, and also the heart healing of the heart as well. Okay, so that's what he wants to leave you with, and all of his love as well. Okay, thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much for coming to mine. Oh, your birthday's there. Oh, wonderful. That's great. Yeah. All right. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Well, that's brilliant. Okay, thank you, Wendy. Thanks so much for coming to my live. Okay, so if you could all comment now, and I'll see who I'm going to next. No worries, Wendy. I'm just having a look to see who I'm drawn to next. Ashley Gray. I'm coming to Ashley Gray. As I connect with you, Ashley, I'm seeing a wolf. I'm seeing a black wolf. It's like I think they're called often the black wolf is the alpha, isn't it? The leader of the pack, I believe. Something to do with that anyway, and the black being significant. Wolves are obviously teachers, and are very powerful animals, very beautiful. And also, what they're drawing my attention to is the fact that they all work together for the whole of the pack. So it's about being the leader, but it's also recognizing that everyone else in the pack also contributes as well. And I do feel you're that sort of person, Ashley. You like to sort of help lead. You're in a position to lead, but also it's like you care about those less fortunate, if that makes sense, Ashley. Okay, because in the wolf, I'm being made aware that in the wolf, uh, um, when they're walking, when they're crossing, when they're all walking together, the pack all walks together. The injured are at the front, so I believe, yeah. So not the injured, but the older ones. So you have the alpha at the front, I believe, and then you have the older ones next. Then you have the children, the cubs, and then you have the stronger in the middle. I think something like that. I can't fully remember. Or is it? There's some order that they do it in, and it's like, yeah, it's like you are like that. You will want to put the needs of others first, and you want to help and lead those people away from danger. You're very caring and compassionate, and they're giving me that. But they're also making me aware that you mustn't forget about your own needs as well, because there's a balance within that as well. Okay, because I do feel there's an element of loneliness with you, Ashley, where you feel a little bit alone and you feel like you're the only, you don't really have anybody to talk to at the moment. Like you feel a little bit in the dark, or like you're in the dark. But they're asking to call on that strength, call on the strength of the wolf right now. If the wolf is your totem animal and one you work with, call on the strength of the wolf right now to help you. You are like the wounded at the moment. The wolf is wishing to take you forward. Okay. So it's like you taking a step back and becoming the one that needs the support, if that makes sense as well, at times. And we all do that. We all need help at times. We can't always be the strong one, can we? So it's allowing yourself to accept help. And I think that is hard for you sometimes to accept help. So Spirit really want you to be able to accept help, not be too sort of, what's the word? Don't be too paranoid. Some people are good. Okay, it's hard to let go, isn't it? It's hard to let go when you are a leader person, to trust others to help you. But I know they're making me aware that there are people around that can help you, and to seek that help and to allow that help. I don't know whether it's already been offered, and you've turned it down. But they're really wanting you to accept that help. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Sorry about the noise. You have, because it's all about drawing on your strength, like it's because this is a, you have the strength and resilience, so it's keeping going. There's a need to keep going. Don't give up. Okay, don't give up. I feel it, an energy of you feeling guilty for being weaker at the moment as well, and it's like there's been a storm upon you, and so it is about being very, very strong in yourself. I don't know whether you've had a recent sort relationship problem or something like that. But I just feel like, it's knocked you, something's knocked you recently that's really affected you. And it's now time to sort of rise up and get your strength back. And the storm will pass. And it's about recognizing that, it's part of your own growth, if that makes sense. Oh, that's awful. Yeah. Yeah. So it's now time, it is part, it's time to be strong again. It's time to be strong again. The storm is now, is to harness the energy of the storm. Don't become a victim to it. Find your strength from it. Find your strength from those things that attempted to break you, if that makes sense, Ashley. So Spirit are really asking you to rise up now, okay? As well as asking for help and assistance. Do you know what I mean? It's but you're the only one that can do it. You're the only one that can make those steps forward. So it really is about not being, allowing yourself to fall into the victim way of feeling, if that makes sense. Yeah, wonderful. That's really, so it's perfect time now, for you to take those steps forward. They're saying to, dust yourself down, tend your wounds, and then rise up again. I do have a woman speaking to me in spirit. There is a lady particularly coming through to say that to you. I believe she used to hold you when you were a baby. So grandmother, I think it's grandmother, because she's going like this. But it is that wanting to hold you, wanting to look after you, wanting, not feeling guilty for not being there to help you right now, but she wants you to know that she is still there to yeah, to hold you. Yeah, just like she used to. Yeah. I feel you were very close to her, almost closer to her than you were your own mum, if that makes sense in some ways. And she did a lot of caregiving for you when you were younger. Because I'm seeing the little cat here with the little kitten underneath. And that real strong protective energy, that fierce protection that she had for you. Yeah. Yeah, and she's still there. She's still looking after her little kitten. She says she's still looking after her little kitten. Yeah. And you're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you think, she says. She's giving me a diamond, so she calls you a little diamond as well, but she's also giving the diamond as a gem for you, because the diamond is really strong, isn't it? It's one of the hardest stones you can get, and it will cut through glass. So it's very much to do with wanting to give you that strength of the diamond as well. And yeah, that energy. So she's giving you a diamond as well. She's talking about like there being a diamond necklace or some diamonds around as well that you should have had, or something like that. There was a diamond, I don't know. that maybe you didn't get, but she's giving it to you in spirit now. She says it doesn't matter. Those material things, they don't matter. Okay. She's giving me a rolling pin. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. She wanted you to have them. Yeah. Or shared out at least. But yeah, definitely. Yeah. She's giving me a rolling pin as well. Like holding up the rolling pin, like, she's there for you. She would have she wouldn't take any, messing with you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, she's like holding up this rolling pin and like a sort of like, no way, not hurting my girl. That sort of thing. But for now, she says she's putting the rolling pin down and she's gonna be cooking and doing what is used supposed to be used for, which is for making new things, making food and nourishment as well. So she wants that for you next, after you've risen up. Then she wants you then to focus on your own nourishment and good food, looking after yourself. Okay. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else she wants to give. She says you're a diamond in the rough. Now it's a time to see yourself shine. It's time for you to shine. Okay. Yeah, that's all she has. That's all she has. She says she's sending lots and lots of love. She's busy. She says she's busy. She has to go off now, and I feel she's very busy in the spirit world, helping people and sorting everyone out. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much for coming to my live. Okay, so let's see who's next. I'll do one more and then I'll be finishing. No worries, Ashley. Just trying to read the messages again. I mean the names. Lisa Joe, I'll come to you. Lisa Joe. I don't know why, but I'm seeing a chandelier for you. The first thing I'm seeing, Lisa, is a chandelier. And you as a child looking up at this chandelier and the wonder of it, like, I don't know, like being in some kind of big house or something like that, Lisa. But they're showing this sort of wonder and how you for some reason they're connecting me with your childhood and how you were always like full of wonder. Everything was, you loved life, everything was an adventure or exciting for you. Okay. But apparently you've kind of forgotten that now a little bit as you've got older. Life has taken its toll on you, if that makes sense, Lisa. And you now don't always see the good things that occur in your life because there's yeah it's like not seeing clearly for some reason as well. Yeah, but it's like now it's changing. It's like you had blinkers on or something. Do you know what I mean? They're giving me glasses, but they're all steamed up and you couldn't see out properly. That makes sense. But now it's all clearing, and that's why they gave me the chandelier, because it's all bright and light, and not light, you know what I mean, shiny. Because now moving forward for you, it's going to be a very, very different time. So it's like the blinkers are off. Yeah. And now you're able to remember who you were and remember who you were what your life mission is. And I am getting energies of healing and also a very strong spiritual side to you that needs to be recognized again. Okay, it's like you lost your way, but it's coming back now. But everything is, for your own growth, is what they're telling me, as they always say. It's all for your own growth, all for your own benefit in the end. Okay. They're giving me a, shall I see what it is actually? An accordion. Giving me an accordion. I don't know why, but they're giving me an accordion. So I don't know whether you've played the accordion or someone used to play the accordion, but they're giving me an accordion. And they're talking about traveling. Yeah, they're talking about traveling and looking out of your, okay, the accordion is to do with like other country, like music from other countries, and they're talking about wherever they play the accordion in the sort of Europe area, and oh, it's France. It's France. For some reason they're giving me France. I don't know whether you're in France already or whether you've planned to go to France, but they're giving me France for you, okay? But it is about setting your sights away from where you are right now, and they're saying that travel will be really beneficial for you if you can manage it, to get somewhere. It'll give you a little boost. They are actually giving me, oh, it's from Nepal. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Yeah. So that's why that's amazing, because I wasn't sure where the accordion was actually from, and then they gave me France. But I think the reason they're giving France is because it's not that far. If you're in the UK, it's not that far for you to go. I don't know whether you're in the UK. Start small. It's like an energy of starting small. Don't go too far at once. Yeah. There's a need for you, because you've got sun and stars, the card, sun and stars. So it is about looking further afield. Do not limit yourself. Okay. It's very important not to limit yourself. Oh, you're in Scotland. Yeah. 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 So for some reason, they're giving me France as well. Okay. But that's really lovely that you actually inherited an accordion, because I could see it. And it looked like a piano to start with, and then I saw it as an accordion, but obviously it's a little bit complicated because it's not just an accordion. Amazing. Wow. Are you musical yourself? Because they're giving me that you can learn to play it, and the music will help you as well. Help bring you out of, help you find your way and help you find direction, and also bring you in a bit of an income as well. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm getting this telescope here is gold, so there is a lot of, there's some wealth. If there's more wealth coming for you, but it's more to do with your own inner wealth, if that makes sense. But you need to widen your so whatever you're doing in your life, don't limit how far you look or how far afield you look. Don't, it's about looking from a wider perspective. So everything you do at the moment, look at it from a wider perspective, if that makes sense. So look further than you would normally, because the change is further afield, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's sun and stars, but it is very much to do with you, being your spiritual life, and connecting more spiritually as well, and being the master of your own destiny is what they're giving me. Yeah, being the master of your own destiny. And whatever clouded you in the past, it was just, but for some reason they're saying it was kind of like a karmic or whatever. but now you're free from that. Okay. I do feel there's a friend, a female friend, they're around to support you as well, and there may be call for traveling together as well. But it's early stages because we have a waning moon here. So this is the moon before it goes into the dark moon phase. So it is like the beginnings now for you to start planning and going forward. But they want you to, you know, start to manifest your desires, start to manifest what you really want at the moment. Yeah, because it's a potent time for you now to manifest. Okay. And I'm seeing dancing. I'm seeing a lady and she's dancing for you. And she's doing ballroom. It's like jive or something. So I don't know whether there was a lady in the past that used to do the jive in spirit. Because I'm seeing a lady dancing the jive. And she's sharing that with you now because it does feel like mum or... Hang on. Yeah, is mum in spirit? Because she's talking about that. This lady's talking about dancing as well as being like really important for you. Yeah, I think it's part of getting yourself moving, But yeah, I wasn't sure if it was mum or either, but somebody who used to dance the jive, but it makes me feel it's older than that, obviously, because the jive was a while ago. So it must be gran or auntie, because I wasn't sure. There was aunt energy there as well. Doing the jive. Yeah. And, yeah, this lady was a bit of a hellraiser in her day. That's what she's saying. She was a bit of a hellraiser. She jumped on the back of motorbikes, everything. Even though, yeah, it was, yeah. So I hope you're aware of this lady. Yeah. But she wants that for you. She wants that freedom for you to let go of your fears and allow yourself to go with the flow a little bit more. So it is all to do with music, dancing. Focus on those areas of your life, and that's how you'll find your freedom again. And you'll find your, as you said yourself, how you find your feet. Yeah. She's talking about there being a time of acceleration for you. So things may have been a bit slow, but now things are going to speed up. Okay. So she says you need to get yourself ready because things are going to speed up, and when things start to happen for you, it'll be quite quick. Okay. And she's talking about change, lots of change going forward. So just be prepared in terms of moving and movement. I don't know whether it's moving home or moving, just being able to have a van or something that you can travel in or something like that. But she's just bringing your awareness to that as well. She's giving some flowers for you, and they are, oh God, I don't know what they are. They're orange flowers anyway. I'm not sure what they are. They're like a garden flower. That people would grow, and they're like yeah, they are marigolds. Yeah, I'm seeing them a bit clearer now. They're a type of marigold anyway, and she's bringing that through for you, just to give you that energy. It's like you need a bit of energy, and orange always brings energy, but it's not too much at once, so it is about pacing yourself as well. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming to my live. Okay, so I'm going to go now, everyone. Thank you so much for coming along. Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much, Veronica, for having me again. And I'll see you all soon. I'll see you all in a month's time. I may do one sooner, but I'll let Veronica know how things are going. So nice to be with you all again. And if anyone would like to book a private reading with me, be aware that I don't private message people to ask or ever comment asking people for if they'd like a reading. So I ask for people to contact me if they'd like a longer reading. Okay, lots of love. Bye bye.